The call came while I was watching her reflection move through the glass of a closed cafe across the street. Night pressed itself against the windows. Her name pulsed on my phone. I didn't answer. I already knew what she was going to say. I had rehearsed it with her voice for weeks. Instead, I watched her reflection stop walking, watched her turn as if she could feel me seeing her. She always had that sense performative intuition, useful for lying, dangerous when exposed. The phone stopped vibrating. A message arrived. Can we talk? I'm ready now. Ready. I let the words settle, like dust on a surface I had already wiped clean. My hands didn't shake. My pulse stayed even. That was how I knew something inside me had calcified. When I finally stood, the chair made a sound too loud for the room. The reflection vanished as she moved away from the glass. I smiled, not because I was happy, because the moment had arrived exactly when I planned it to. She said she needed space, not distance, space. A word with no walls, no timelines. She framed it carefully, said she loved me, but needed to explore options, said she didn't want to resent me later, said she needed to find herself. I nodded, held her hands, played my role. Inside, something went quiet. People think betrayal arrives loud screaming, shattered glass, confessions soaked in tears. They're wrong. Betrayal is subtle. It's the sudden alignment of details you were trained not to connect. Her phone turning face down. New passwords. The way she stopped saying my name. I didn't accuse. I didn't ask. I listened. When she left, she hugged me too tightly, like someone apologizing without words. That night, I slept deeply for the first time in months. Because uncertainty had finally chosen a direction, I became observant, not frantic, not emotional, methodical. I archived our messages, logged dates, times, patterns. Her space had a geography, a rhythm. She posted less, but smiled more when she did. She started wearing the jacket. I never liked the one that made her feel anonymous, safe. I checked phone records. Nothing obvious. Too clean. That's when I stopped looking for absence and started looking for symmetry. Her gym visits aligned with another number's data usage spikes. Her late dinners overlapped with rideshare receipts she forgot to delete. I didn't feel anger. Anger clouds judgment. What I felt was clarity, a narrowing. I ordered the report, background, connections, quiet. Favors called in from people who owed me nothing but curiosity. While she found herself, I mapped her. Every step she took away from me left a footprint back to the truth. I practiced my face in the mirror. Calm, open, almost kind. When she texted occasionally checking in, keeping me warm, I responded just enough to stay familiar. I wanted her comfortable. People confess more easily when they believe the danger has passed. The file arrived on a Tuesday. Digital. Efficient. No drama. I read it once, then again, slower. There it was. The overlap, the name, the timeline that predated her need for space by months. She hadn't left to explore options. She left because she'd already chosen one and wanted to compare. I closed the laptop and made dinner. When she knocked later that week, she looked lighter, confident, rehearsed. She talked about growth, independence, how hard it had been without me. I poured wine. When she finally asked if we could try again, her voice trembled just enough to sound sincere. I slid the folder across the table. No words. She opened it. Her breath hitched on page 3. She didn't cry. Not at first. She just looked at me like someone staring down from a height they hadn't known they were standing on. I waited. Silence is a precise instrument. She tried to explain, not deny. Explain, as if context could disinfect intent. I let her talk until she reached the part where she blamed fear, where she said she didn't want to lose me. That's when I leaned forward. I know, I said. 2 words. They landed heavier than everything else. I told her I'd known before she asked for space, that her request had been permission, not honesty, that I'd used the time to decide what kind of ending I wanted. Her face collapsed inward. She asked if I ever missed her. I stood, picked up the folder. I needed space too, I said, to see you clearly. I walked her to the door. She didn't follow. After, the apartment felt larger, not empty, unburdened. I deleted her number, burned the notes, closed the accounts. No revenge fantasies, no lingering ache, just the clean finality of a decision honored. Some people think closure comes from answers. They're wrong. It comes from choosing yourself without announcing it. When she asked for space, She thought she was stepping away. She didn't realize she was stepping out. By the time she came back, I was already gone.